sir. We live, we back, man. Welcome back. Happy Friday, gang. If y'all new here, you don't know me. I'm your humble host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. This is the Golden Goose DFS experience where we specialize in single entry 3 max and 20 max content. But listen, have no fear. Even if you don't play those style of contests, maybe you're a cash game player, head-to-head player, GPP, does not matter, man. The content videos on point each and every time out. You want to be subscribed, man. Turn your notification bell on so you know when the videos and content drop, alright? Also, do me one small favor, man. Hit that like button, man. It's greatly appreciated. It helps the channel grow, man. It helps me to continue to bring y'all these free videos every morning, alright? So please do me one small favor. Just hit that like button. I promise you it won't cause you any pain or agony, and it'll bring some good karma your way, alright? So go and do that for you, boy. I appreciate you, man. This is my starting 5 series where I bring you 5 plays that's more than likely going to be on my player pool on DraftKings and FanDuel. But before we get into it, I got my lineup review. Pull up my best lineups from the previous slate just so you can see the proof in the pudding, alright? Got that queued up for you, man. We're going to jump right into it, alright? Last night, man, break even night on DK, doubled up on FanDuel, but I just played a one single entry on FanDuel. FanDuel got one leg out the door for me. It's probably be my last season covering the FanDuel side. We'll see though. But DK break even night, man. This is my highest scoring lineup right here, 288. This was in the $3 3 max, I believe. Yeah. $3 3 max came in 115th place, man. 288 is your total over here. At the top, 40% on Pat Bev. Got the news a little close to lock that Tobias Harris was going to be out, so that opened up some more value plays on the Philly side that got everybody off of those Utah Jazz. Should have got everybody off of those Utah Jazz value plays. I was already off of them. I told the gang yesterday it was only like 4 players I really wanted from the Utah game. Well, from the Utah side. And I only wanted 4 in a lineup. I didn't want lineups with 5 and 6 Jazz in it. I knew because everybody's playing Dunn, George, Sexton, them all guards. All 3 of them ain't getting there. They're cutting into each other minutes. So I told the gang, man, I was limited to 4, and I didn't want lineups that had George and Dunn and stuff like that. So I grouped it out to get the Jazz players I wanted, and that's how we chose to attack the slate. But got the Pat Bev here, 40% on, only 16 fantasy points. Big letdown spot from Pat Bev, but I mean, it can be expected. Jordan Clarkson here, 27% on, 33 fantasy points, just okay. Got to my boy Larry Markin. You seen me mention him yesterday. Had plenty of him at 30% on. He gave you 53 fantasy points. Nice outing from him. Went back to my boy Pascal Siakam at 7,100. 16% on. He gave you a nice triple-double here against these 76ers, man. And ironically, Jokic and Embiid got blowed out last night. It was crazy, man. Neither one of them gave you a score you needed, and both of them was in good spots, so to speak. Well, Embiid's spot was a little better than Jokic, but, if you went up to those pay-up guys, it definitely hurt you last night. But Siakam, very solid here, triple-double. Went to Sabonis. I was high on Sabonis, Fox. I wanted to get to this game yesterday. You saw me mention Herder in the video. This game, it was what I thought. It was a close competitive game. Could be high scoring, and that's what we got, man. Sacramento with a 1-point win over here. Sabonis with a 50 fantasy points from him in this spot. Colin Sexton, 63% on. He let down here in this spot at 25 fantasy points. I did get a little lighter on the field. I did get a little lighter on Sexton than the field. I should have got even more light. I just felt like this was the spot that Sexton let you down. I kept seeing all that ownership. I'm like, man, Sexton. But he had been playing so well, I couldn't get away from it. And like I said, let down spot for him at 63% ownership. KJ Martin got him in right here. I actually thought they could possibly let him start, but they went with Pat Bev at the point. I thought he could just move in for Tobias Harris. He played the 3, Batum played the 4, and they keep it up top, Oubre and Maxey. But they moved Pat Beverly into the starting lineup instead. But KJ Martin was still solid. He got extra run as the 76ers got blew out here. Gave 21 fantasy points at the flat men. Then Ayo DeSumo down here, 7% on 28 fantasy points for him. So 288, my highest score on DK side. Like I said, break even night over there. FanDuel, my one lineup, just end up being in like $2 single entry. I be super light over here on FanDuel. I just be doing the 5, like I'm telling you, FanDuel is on the way out the door. This may be the last season for it, man. I just hate the contest over here. I like the way you can build in the lineup setup, but the contest is just suck over here on FanDuel. They need to do something about that. All right, somebody write them or something and tell them, man. All right, one of you sharks out there who spend a lot of money on it, write them and tell them and give us some better contests. All right, but at the top, same thing. Pat Beverly over here, 49% on, only 16 fantasy points. Got my boy De'Aaron Fox over here, 12% on, 42 from him. Benedict Mathurin was just okay at 22 fantasy points. Kelly Oubre continues to struggle, man. I don't know when I actually watched some of this game to start the night off, and I don't know, man. Kelly Oubre, he ain't looking as a I don't know if he's trying to play a role or what, but just been struggling lately. Didn't come through for us in this spot at 45% on, only 21 fantasy points. Got to my boy Marketing, was just on him heavy yesterday. 50 fantasy points from him. DeMar DeRozan dropped a 52 burger here. Went to some Kyle Kuzma, man. Shout out to my homegirl Balls. She was on there, said we should have got more of these Wizards, and it was a couple of Wizards that did their thing. Kuzma was just okay here at 28% on, 36 fantasy points. Dorian Finney-Smith, 13 fantasy points, 13% on, and then Nick Claxton down here at the center spot, 9% on, gave you 47 fantasy points. That's it, finishing the money over here, put up 301, all right? Let's get to today's 7-game slate here on DraftKings and FanDuel. Let's talk about it, all right? At the top, point guard, I want to look at C.J. McCollum, man. Now, the thing about tonight's slate, nice 7-game slate, and we got a couple of high totals on this slate. There's a couple of 240s jumping out there, and this is one of them here. I want to get to this game. C.J. McCollum has been playing very well as of late, very solid. In this matchup here, I'm expecting Thunder they have some tough defensive players over there in Jalen Williams and Lou Dort, but I'm figuring Brandon Ingram was going to garner the Lou Dort coverage, where Jalen Williams probably be on Zion like there. So those two guys having the tougher defenders on them in this matchup could lean to a little more production for C.J. McCollum, man. They could possibly need him to be a little more aggressive here in this spot. And the Thunder kind of give it up to the point guard. So I want to look at C.J. McCollum here. I like this price tag at $7,200. At the shooting guard, I'm going right back to my boy Donovan Mitchell, man. Have no fear. Matchup didn't change. The prices came down. These two teams just played each other. Donovan Mitchell underwhelmed a little bit. Only gave you like 43, 44 fantasy points in that spot, but did not shoot the ball well from 3. I expected him to correct that here in this spot, as the Bucks is one of the teams that give up a lot of threes. So I definitely want to look at Donovan Mitchell here, especially with this decline in price tag for no reason. Sign me up for Donovan Mitchell at $9,500, man. One of my favorite players. I'm going to have a lot of Donovan Mitchell now. I'm letting you know. I'm going to go and let you know. Give me Donovan Mitchell heavy in my player pool. At the small forward, man, I want to look at Scotty Barnes here. Now, in this particular matchup against the Clippers, it is a tough matchup, tough wing defense and Kawhi and PG-13 out there. But in this spot here, you get no Emmanuel Quickly tonight. Now, I don't know what Toronto's going to do with the starting lineup. Probably move Dennis Schroeder in there. Who knows? We'll have to see. But I have interest in Scotty Barnes, because I'm wondering, with Emmanuel Quickly being out and them having to go back to Dennis Schroeder, who they played early in the year, does Scotty Barnes step back into that point forward role he had before Quickly got here and basically running the offense for these Toronto Raptors? I'm very intrigued, and I got to see what they do with this starting lineup. But I got a lot of interest in Scotty Barnes. I think he can go back to the de facto point guard role he had before Quickly came over. And if he is, that just boosts everything for him. More ball handling opportunities, more playmaking opportunities, his assist potential should go up, all of the above. So definitely got my eye on this spot, and I'm curious what Toronto do with this starting lineup. But I'm going to get to some Scotty Barnes one way or the other. It just depends on what they do with the lineup, on how much Scotty Barnes I get. But definitely look at Scotty Barnes. I know he's going to go overlooked. It's a tough matchup here against the against the Clippers. But I got some interest in Scotty Barnes. Mainly a 20 max play tournament if you're doing that. I don't know about single entry just yet, but definitely got interest in Scotty Barnes, man. At the power forward, I got Onyeka Okongwu. he could potentially be very chalky, man. He's in play regardless, but if you get Clint Capella out, he should step right into the starting lineup. Should approach 30 minutes in this matchup against the Dallas Mavericks, man. If he's starting, Okongwu is going to be the chalkiest play of the day, and good chalk at that, because Dallas has nothing down low for him. He should be able to have his way down there. They have Derek Lively, who's an athletic center. Maybe they let him get more minutes in this matchup, but typically he don't go past like 20, 25 minutes. So I definitely got interest in Okongwu and going to love him. He's going to be an absolute lock if Capella is out, gang. All right? And then at the center, we're looking at Wendell Carter Jr., man. 5,700 here in this spot. Should just be able to have his way down low against this handicapped Memphis Grizzlies team, man. They are just down so many bodies. No true center over here. Triple J is going to probably guard Banchero, so he'll have the likes of the smaller Tillman on him. He should just be able to have his way down low. Maybe he can get us a nice double-double here in this spot. The minutes should be there at the game, provided the game is close. You always got to worry about a blowout with this Memphis team and the way they just shorthanded over here this season. But definitely got interest in Wendell Carter Jr. at 5,700. We've seen him take over this starting spot for the Magic as of late, and it's his job to lose. So sign me up for Wendell Carter Jr. here. There you have it, man. Your starting five for DraftKings. C.J. McCollum, Donovan Mitchell, Scotty Barnes, Onyeka Okongwu, and Wendell Carter Jr. All right? Let's go look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over here. All right, on the FanDuel side, at the top, I have no problem going back to Andrew Nembhard here at 5,100. I mean, you know what you're getting here. Should be a solid performer, man. His minutes could vary if he's playing badly or if McConnell gets out there and is playing better. But I'm okay taking a chance on him here at 5,100. I like this price tag on FanDuel when you need some value over here. So I have no problem going back to the Andrew Nembhard well. Had a little solid game last time out. Hopefully he can give us a similar performance here in this spot against the Suns. At the shooting guard, man, I'm staying with Donovan Mitchell. I don't need to break it down no more, man. I just think he bounces back and have a big game here against these Bucks. At the small forward, got a little slight interest in Tim Hardaway Jr. if Kyrie is still out. Another great game environment over here. Another one of those high 240 totals on the slate here. Definitely Tim Hardaway Jr. has been playing very solid as of late. And if Kyrie Irving is out, he should be the number 2 scorer, the Robin to Luka's Batman here in this spot. If Kyrie is in, I probably get off of him. When both Kyrie and Luka are playing, I only play Kyrie and Luka from Dallas. That's it. I'll take a shot on Derek Lively here or there in certain spots, but when they're fully healthy, I only play Luka and Kyrie for the Mavericks. So if Kyrie is in, we'll adjust and get to another play. But if he is out, I like going back to Tim Hardaway Jr. in this spot. At the power forward, want to look at Kevin Durant, man, going against these Indiana Pacers here. Great spot for the Suns. Y'all know the spots by now. If you don't, man, it's Indiana, it's Washington. Just get to those teams playing against those guys, man. I like KD here at 9,800. The Suns team is coming into their own. Like I said, great game environment. They should get up and down here. Another one of those high totals on the slate. So more possessions, more opportunities for Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Those two guys over there. I like KD a little more here in this spot. Sign me up for Kevin Durant at 9,800. Like this price tag on FanDuel as well. And then at the center, man, staying with Onyeka Okongwu. Big price jump over here, man, 6,100. Now, the only way I'm going to play Onyeka Okongwu on FanDuel is if Capella is out. This price tag is a little too high to be playing a bench guy who's going to get 20 to 28 minutes. So, if Clint Capella starts, there will be no Okongwu more than likely for me on FanDuel. But provided he is out, man, you can sign me up. 6,100 guy with 40-point upside. I like getting to him here in this spot, all right? There you have it, man. Just starting five for FanDuel. Onyeka Okongwu, Kevin Durant, Tim Hardaway Jr., Donovan Mitchell, and Andrew Nembhard. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They for sure going to be in mine, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.